two people came together, two entities came together, and finalized a deal that made the team better. That's all that matters.
And I truly believe it's water under the bridge now at this point. I don't think players were caught up in it, especially because
the players never got caught up in it.
Well, dude, while we didn't see him practicing, he was in the building with those guys. Like he's largely been here. And
most of the stories and most of the things were speculations. Wasn't nothing no player was saying or what was going on. Players basically tried to stay away from other people's contract out. Every once in a while, if you look around the whole league, how many times have you really, of all the people in the league, you got 1,800 people. How many times have you heard a player really discuss, like, well, he need to come on into camp. He can't be worried about money. You haven't heard that. If you heard it maybe one time, it doesn't happen.
It is.
Even if they got something to say, they keep their mouth shut, which is best.
I bet it's like 95%.
So what if you say something about a player that can whoop your ass when you come back in the locker room? You know what I mean? It's just like
I love that. That's always where your mind.
No. I'm just saying it goes there a lot because let's be real. Every time you see a football team walk out, hooray together, don't mean they never had any scuffles and things going on in the locker room. But players, you might say something about another player's contract and you might piss off his boy or piss off another guy just by saying, worry about your own business.
Right.
You know, and I think a lot of people outside the locker room try to imagine or want to act like they think they know what goes on. No. The players don't give a damn for the most part. They worry about their own. Because as soon as you start talking about somebody else's contract, wait till yours come up.
Right.
Then they're going to start discussing yours. Then it's going to be a problem.
Well, and it's like, I mean, I think it's important to say this. Like, the media is generally in the locker room 3 hours a week, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You generally get to be in there. Some days it's 30 minutes. Some days it's 80 minutes. But generally there's like a block of time. Call it an hour a day for 3 days a week. How long are players in the locker room per week? Like 4 hours a day over 5 days?
To be honest with you, yeah, about that. Because, like, you think the locker room is what – players basically go in and get dressed and go to a meeting room.
Or
go in to get dressed and go outside.
Go eat.
Yeah, go eat. Come back in. Get undressed to get dressed to go home or go to a meeting.
Right.
They're not in the locker room very often, but that time in the locker room is sacred.
Right.
Very sacred.
And I just think it's like we get a snapshot, but to try to make any definitive declarations from a snapshot is not always going to be accurate. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's
and I know enough that like we don't know what like people are like, oh, like I've seen enough players over the years walk in and be like, "Oh, media's here,"
but
so then it's like
you know what that means?
They got the media hour.
Temper what we do,
right? Exactly.
Like you may see some things where they're comfortable doing it,
right?
But for the most part, they temper what they really do once you walk in, and they know what time the media is in.
Right.
They know when different eyes are in there.
It's written on the monitors when they're
but
all around the building.
They have different when different eyes come in. They understand. They know what's going on. Just like any other club you have. I don't care what the club is, you know, for sorority, fraternities, or you got some type of little social club. When everybody that's in the club is there, it's a certain freedom you have. When somebody that's not in the club walks in, you get guarded. It's natural. It's just, like, people try to make athletes so much different. Just think about what the hell you do with you and your friends. You know, I think any person out there, when you are with your best friends, you let your guard down. When anybody walks in, they may be, if your friend brings somebody in, yeah, he brought this person in, that's my boy, but I don't know this dude over here. You hold back a little bit until you find out the other person is cool. And most times, guys, like, you got into the media. When you first walked in, they didn't treat you like they treat you now.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I think people try to make it so different. It's because you're not there. Just think about how you are with your close groups of people.
I think the page has been completely turned for Terry. It's also interesting. The first practice after roster cuts is always a little weird. It's usually pretty subdued. I had somebody from the organization mention that to me yesterday just because you could hear how quiet it was out there. One, you have 20 less guys, so there's like an inherent loss of that volume. But you could, like, I think vets try to be cool to young guys because they know that they probably just stressed out getting a phone call for the last 48 hours. It's just like a
Right now, they know this is what counts. It's business now.
right.
We need you. And believe me, next week, it'll pick up a little bit more.
Right.
You know, like you remember Dan was saying it. Dan said he hated Monday and Tuesday. Prior to it, he said that. You hear a lot of coaches say that. Veteran players say it. Hell, young players, I know that it got to be demoralizing to them. I've been out this game for 20-something years, and I still feel super, super bad at this time of the year. Because, somebody's dream has been just shattered, going to be
Totally.
shut down.
When we return.